Hi everyone, this is Ani. So, welcome to the IAB online training. So, today I'm going to show how to consume REST API in IAB application. So, if you create a REST API within your own projects, or if you want to consume external REST API, you can use either HTTP request node or REST request node. So let me show you some demo on the same. Okay, I'm going to create a new application. Invoke REST API. Invoke. Okay. I'm going to use HTTP input node. So meantime, I'm using compute node to construct the REST API request message. Use HTTP request node. So finally, I'm replying back. Okay, this is the my flow. It is very at high, so I'm sending the some parameters to call the REST API. Here my REST API request construction. Finally, I'm replying back. So if you have any specific transformation, again you can use compute node or mapping node. Okay, based on your requirement. Okay, so my API is, so this is a mock API which this is the mock API which is going to consume. Let me show you that mock API. So this is the mock API, okay, which I'm going to consume. Okay, so if I pass all the request, okay, this is a complete API. It has 6 users, okay, and respect to data it has been played. Okay, let me call the same REST API through IAP application. Okay, just passing get user. So I'm going to get users. So input for time being so I'm passing it as a JSON. Okay, so here see, in the HTTP request node you can pass the URL, or else you can send it as a local environment. Okay, either way you can do it. So I'm passing it from here. Okay, then it's TLS version. I'm going to change it to TLS v.2. Response message, I'm getting the response in the form of JSON. Okay, these are the properties change. Okay, third step, here I'm passing the URL and query parameters in the local environment tree. For time being I'm using local environment. one message. Okay, let me double check this message. Okay, so here nothing has been no need to change anything. Let me deploy the flow. After that I'll show you. Later we'll implement further steps like how to pass query parameters or URI parameters, like how to override the URL base URL, all those stuff. Okay. On the Okay, I have deployed my flow. Let me trigger the request. Okay, this is the get user. Let me see what is the URL I had given. Query string. Get users. So get users. I'm passing the same. Okay. So this ID you can forget for now. Like I'll tell you later. Like what is the use of this one. So let me trigger the request. Sorry, we are getting this request right. So the reason why we are not getting is HTTP setting methods. By default it is posting that request. So we need to get the user from API. Okay. So I have modified my API. HTTP request node properties. Let me redeploy the flow. Okay, let me trigger this in. See, this time I got like these many users, like 1 2 3 4 5 6. These are the users. Okay, this is about to get all the users. Okay, whatever users we have, we are not passing any parameters. We are getting all the requests. All the users. Suppose I want to get only the specific user. Suppose if I pass ID equal to 1, I should get only the ID equal to 1 response details. If I pass 2, user ID 2 details, I need to pass it, get it. Okay, same thing with 3 4 like that. Okay, let's see how to do that one. Okay, so what you need to do is, from I'm passing this ID value as a JSON body. I need to construct this ID value either query string or URI parameter. Based on that you will get the value. Suppose if I let me show here. So if I pass ID value, I'm passing as a query parameter. Okay, here if I pass 1, I'm getting the response all user details of ID 1. Okay, if I pass 6, all user ID details of 6 I should get. Same thing I'm going to demonstrate with the help of IAP message flow. Okay, so here what you need to do is you need to override the parameters. Okay, query string, we need to pass it all the query string parameters in local environment tree. Let's see how to pass that query string parameters. Okay, so HTTP, configuring HTTP request node. So getting the link. So let me go down. So this is the way you need to override the query string parameters. Okay, local environment under destination HTTP query string, you need to pass how many parameters you want based on your requirement. Okay. So let me take this value and I'm passing it as a ID as my input query string. Okay. So query parameter string is ID. So I need to map the value, right? ID value. So here I'm passing input row dot JSON dot data dot ID. Okay, this is a one thing. Suppose the URL which we have hard coded, right, in the HTTP request node. If you want, you can pass it as from the local environment. So in real time, okay, so the URL will be changed to environment, right? That we will use as a flow level configurable property by using dot properties. We can override that value before deploying into the respective environments. So here I'm going to pass from the local environment. That value, if you want to configure it, you can refer it over here. This is a request URL. So here you can pass it in the local environment. Okay, let me copy that exact external API URL. Okay, in this demo I'm passing it as a query string. If you want to, you can achieve the same by overriding the URI parameter as well. So here I'll show you how to override that URI. So first you need to understand what do you mean by URI, what do you mean by query parameters. Okay. So request line, request to URI, this is the way we need to pass that request to URI parameter. Okay. So now in my example I'm showing you as a query string. That is the reason I have overridden this query string value to the local environment. Okay. So this is about the demo. Okay, let me deploy the flow. So my flow has been deployed. Let me trigger the request now. So this time I'm passing ID value equal to 6. I supposed to get only the ID value 6 information details only. Okay, let me trigger the request. See, I'm getting only the ID 6. So if I pass 4, I'll get only the ID details of 4 only. Okay, this is about the demo. Here if you instead of using HTTP request node, you can use we have a built-in REST request node also. If you want to consume external HTTP servers, you can consume the same. Okay, so for that one you need to have a Swagger. Okay, if the external application provides the Swagger document to you, you can use HTTP REST request node. So otherwise that is the best way to call the REST API. Okay, so in Boulder before version 10 people used to do with the HTTP request node only. So next example I'll show you how to do with uh, REST request node with the small mock by using mock REST API. Thanks for watching. Please refer your any of your friends are interested to learn IAP. Okay, we'll provide online trainings.